Hey everybody, this is Devlin, California. We're at our studio space in San Francisco, California. We just finished doing a 7-day straight run at Panoramic House Studios. We've been working on this new record. It's called Burning Beauty. It's coming at you soon. There's a couple of things that we wanted to cover tonight. One, we wanted to say thank you to Soundwaves TV. We appreciate you guys. You guys are always behind us. Live music, cover bands, whatever we're into, man, you guys are on it. Speaking of cover bands, Rusty Chains is also here, which is basically one more guy added to 3/5 of the Devil in California. We're all a big family, but we wanted to talk to you a little bit about suicide prevention. Suicide prevention is something that has touched all of us in our daily lives, our musician lives, even the idols that we hold dear to our hearts. Suicide prevention is something that we've worked to help out in San Francisco. Rusty Chains, when Chris Cornell passed away, did a benefit for suicide prevention at Slim's, and I hope some of you guys were there because we were about 30 people short of selling out the place, and we raised $3,000 for suicide prevention that night. And we want to make sure that everyone out there knows that during this holiday season, I know it's Christmas, sometimes that can weigh heavy. Sometimes it's not always a joyous occasion for everyone. You're not alone. There's always someone to call. There's always someone out there. So Soundwaves TV, thank you so much for letting the devil speak our mind just a little bit and say happy holidays to all you guys coming up here, and look out for our new record. It's coming at you sooner than you think. Happy holidays from the Devil in California. Thanks, guys.
You're watching Soundwaves Christmas, and this is the time that we take during every show to get a little serious, because the thing about the holiday season, while most people find it a joyous time, we love our Christmas songs, we love shopping, we love all the things, you know, we love our trees, we love all that stuff, because society tells us we're supposed to be happy. Mm-hmm. But if you are afflicted with depression, if you have other issues going on, if you've got financial issues, if you've got whatever going on, sometimes the idea of being happy creates a lot more pressure than you can handle, and that's why suicide rates skyrocket this time of year.
I mean, definitely the pressure is on for people this time of year. Just people who aren't afflicted with any sort of a condition where they feel that they're underwater and they just can't get a handle on things. Mm-hmm. So imagine how bad it is for somebody that does have a problem like that. Mm-hmm. And what you really need to do at this time of year, and it is supposed to be the time of year when you care about everybody, when you love your neighbor. That's the message, supposedly. I mean, that's what the message should be. Yeah. Is that you love one another, you take care of one another. That's what it's supposed to be. Now is the time you really need to do that. Right. You need to listen to your neighbors. You need to talk to your friends and not just catch them on Facebook. Hey, man, what's going on? Hey, check out this picture of my dinner from last night on Instagram. Call your friends, talk to your friends, find out how they're doing, what's going on in their lives. There's a reason that they're friends. There's a reason they're in your life. Take care of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of hints and telltale signs that you can see, but you got to look for them. You know, you can't just be this holly jolly, into this this season and just go with blinders on. You got to look around, you got to watch people, you got to watch your friends, and you got to look for those signs.
Amen, brother, because we've been affected twice, 2 years in a row, with members of this crew and members of our extended Soundwaves family that we lost to suicide. And in both times, in both cases, the first thing we said to each other is, I had no idea. Mm-hmm. I had no idea that meant that until after it's too late. Mm-hmm. And so, you got to spot the signs. There's a bunch of organizations out there. There's a lot of nonprofits that are solely dedicated to the idea of identifying what those signs are and how to reach out to people to make a difference. And I think if there's another message of the show, it's just we got to listen to each other.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. We got to treat each other right.
And take 10, 15 minutes, a half hour to go through some websites to find out what those signs are, because it might not be your neighbor. Mm-hmm. It might be your husband or your wife or your daughter or your son. You don't know if you don't know what to look for. And you don't want to be that person that has to walk into a situation and see something like that and go, shit, why didn't I do something?
Right. Or have to reflect back later when something happened and said, Oh, yes, these signs were right there in front of me.
Totally.
But I didn't catch them.
Yeah.
And you don't want that weighing down on your shoulders for the rest of your life either.
Yeah, this is a very heavy subject, and it's really not the right subject to be having before we're going to throw to a killer rock and roll band. But I guess that's the point. There's no good time for this conversation, so we got to stop every now and again and have it. And maybe that's why it's here, and maybe that's why we're all doing it. So look out for each other, everybody. Let's have a good time, not just this time of year, but throughout the year. And because we want to come back next year. We want all of us to be here next year.
Yep.
That's the whole point. And so I think without any further ado, it is time to have a little fun.